immediately when I connected with him, I just kind of like had this feeling like, wow, this is the person that can actually help me. Really was like doing drugs for a huge portion of my life, like really heavy drug use, like heroin, coke, benzos. I was really, really deep in it. And I just wanted to like be free of the issues that I was facing. At first, I really was like, okay, this guy can like save me, and my kind of my expectation is like, oh yeah, like Moss is gonna work on me, and then everything's gonna be fine. I really didn't know like how deep my situation was, like how serious it was. Um, and so like that was kind of my expectation going into it, but really, really quickly, like first connecting with Moss live, it was like a big wake up call, where the kind of the reality of my situation hit me, which happens obviously in like waves and phases throughout working with Moss, but it was like really quick from the beginning. It kind of like snapped me out of my delusion around a lot of things. And it kind of like grounded me back in the reality of where I was at in my life and how much work I had to do. And I had been sober like for a while before I started working with Moss, so I was able to get myself off of all the drugs. But I didn't really realize how much it still had impacted my system, like my nervous system, my brain. All of that was really impacted by it, and the level of like residue from all the drugs that were still in my system. So pretty early on, I don't remember exactly how long, but probably within like the first 1 or 2 18 days, a lot of the stuff started coming out of my body, and it was like I was actually like reverse getting high. So I was actually getting high off of like the stuff that was releasing from my cells, um, which was crazy. It was a really, really wild experience. Like I kind of felt like I was like tripping and getting like altered from it, which was really wild. But yeah, so a lot of like my nervous system coming back online, like kind of like my nerves down into my legs, just kind of recalibrating as far as like my whole all of my equipment, like consciousness as well. So it's really, really like um a really crazy transformation as far as just seeing how that impact happens, like as we get as we kind of are rendering ourselves in these different dimensions or realities, how that impacts our physical health and like the functioning of our physical systems, and then just all these different layers of your awareness and the way that you relate to life and other people. It's so cool, and I feel like you just don't really get that anywhere else.